The title of this episode was Black Jesus, but isn't that kind of redundant? NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? We are putting geek and hip hop together. There's no better show to talk about when we do that than, of course, that boy from Freeland, Black Lightning. And straight up before we get to anything, I want to talk about the vice principal and her kind of come to Jesus moment with how she dealt with or handled Jefferson Pierce. You know, like, the guy told her that he is definitely Black Lightning. She's like, he can't be Black Lightning. You know, I've worked with him for years, and you know, they might have their differences, but you can see that she feels a certain way about him. She, at least as a colleague, she trusts him, and she feels like this guy is a stand-up guy. He does the best he can. He cares about the people, stuff like that. And when she, you know, had to do what she had to do to kind of frame him and get him in jail and all that stuff for the ASA, you can see it kind of ate at her a little bit. And you saw that she was more than just this evil lady, that, you know, she was kind of in a position that she didn't fully want to be in, which gives her a couple, you know, layers instead of just being straight up evil, even though I wouldn't be mad at that either. But now we see that there is something that she cares about. There is something that she holds dear. And, you know, she sees someone who is doing the right thing, that's doing his best to be an example for the kids. And, you know, you saw it hurt her a little bit. And I like to see that struggle and that battle within. I also want to take a second to talk about the school, because seeing the whole kind of like the attack, or not the attack, more like the frame job go down at the school, it was good to see how Jefferson still addressed the kids, how the kids stood up for him, and how, you know, the children, as far as like Jen and Anissa, reacted also, because Anissa was ready to set that joint off. And even the boys that he is in that kind of like that group meeting with, where they talk about, you know, like I guess what they want to give a shout out to and everything, you can see that they stood up for him as well. And they had their arms locked, and it was just good to see young Black men kind of like standing up for and protecting older Black men, and that bridge between the generations and stuff. And it was good just to see that on screen. Now, of course, Jefferson had to be like, guys, look, just let this happen. I want to be the only one going to jail today, you know. But it was just good to see that support that they had. I'm going to be honest, you know, Jefferson Pierce is a dope principal, because I've had a couple principals in my day, and I don't know if I would have did that for them. So from that, I'll go to the dirty cops, which really, that really became a strong point in these last couple of episodes. Like, what are they going to do about these dirty cops? And we finally saw the inspector step up and become deputy chief, when not only did he see the dirty cops going just a touch too far when they went after his boy Jefferson Pierce, but he followed that money. And in real life, I urge all the inspectors out there, all of the detectives and stuff, follow the money, see what you find, and maybe you too can come up with a big TV, you know, large coverage, you know, police bust of your own. But in this case, he followed that money. He saw that one dirty cop. He said, look, but I want the dude that's above you. And he got all that we know of right now, the dirty cops, out of the precinct. And the good thing is that hopefully this should go a long way to helping not only Black Lightning, but also helping Freeland as a whole, because he made a very important statement about professionalism, about, you know, either under policing or over policing, you know, all of that stuff that made a huge difference to the people of Freeland and, you know, the people in, you know, I'm sure the surrounding counties as well. So I'm glad that happened. We finally got a win for, you know, for the police station. We finally got, and that's a win for Black Lightning as well, because after the break, we're going to get into Jefferson's woes, and he had a whole lot of them this episode. But I just love to see the final, maybe the final blow to the dirty cops in Freeland for now. So guys, before I bounce, of course, Curo Brand is going to help us pay them bills. gear, check that link below. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, cop it. Now, let's get to the team, which is finally back together, and I can't be happier. The episode started with them working as a team, and it ended with them holding hands and praying, and I'm just glad that Gambi and Black Lightning and Anissa are at least sort of on the same page. They are back together, and this is a family that knows what's going on, knows what they're doing, and knows what they're fighting for. And that fight scene at the beginning with them being back to back was just cool. Seeing Anissa killing it on the right side and Black Lightning killing it on the left side, and using the powers to punch people and flip people over. I was just glad to see the synergy between these two people that could easily be written in a way where they are at odds. And this was just handled so well, where she's excited about working with her father, he's excited about working with her, and that means a lot on a larger scale. Because in a lot of media, normally Black families are very splintered, but this family is being a very strong unit, and I love that about this. So I gotta give it props. It was just great to see the fight scenes. It was great to see the unity. It was great to see the team get back together. So I'm just so excited for what we're gonna see coming up next, especially in further episodes with people like, of course, Jen. I also want to give a shout out to the hologram usage. I thought that was very cool, just seeing the people in the street reacting to, of course, Anissa and Jefferson Pierce, or I guess fake Jefferson Pierce, and the self-driving van. It was just cool, to see what the surrounding world looks like and how they react. Now, of course, you can tell, these are, only so many actors and extras you can put out there, but I liked it, man. It's just, I always love seeing the outside world, like the people reacting to them on the street, and also the newscast. Because in things like the newscast, you get to see a temperature of Freeland, how those people feel about heroism, about vigilantes, or where that line is drawn, how it's, the distinction between them, and also how the people feel about those lines and where they draw those lines and how they feel about those heroes or, people that are vigilantes and should be stopped. And one thing that I love is like when the older lady says that, he makes the kids call him Black Jesus. And it was just a great look into how either folk tales can be spun in modern day, or how kind of like rumors and lies can float and the telephone game can happen to something like this. Because of course we know Jefferson has never told people to call him that. Now, of course, people have called him that, but he's never made it like a mandate. But it's just funny how, the telephone game is played out in something like this. But I love this episode. This is one of my favorites to date. So guys, holla at me. I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about Black Lightning, because it's coming on tonight and we are finally caught up. Let's get ready to ride. So before I bounce, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please remember, Black Jesus is just redundant. I mean, let's be for real. Peace.